while Su Xiaoling took over the family business in Marvel Studios' Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. In comic books it is her brother Shang-Chi that has taken over their father's evil empire. And as you can imagine, the other members of the family have some issues with his management. In February 2's Shang-Chi number 8, Shang-Chi is in the midst of a family feud worse than anything even Steve Harvey could imagine. Between his sisters Hylan, his recently returned mother Zhongli, and his maternal grandfather Chieftain Xian, he is the last person they want to be in charge. Even his other sister, Asm, doesn't think he's right for role, but she's loyal to the job, whoever fills the position. Shang-Chi number 8 is the finale of the current Family of Origin story arc, before heading into a new arc with a new series artist in Shang-Chi number 9. Excalibur's Marcus Tu will be joining Yang on Shang-Chi as Marvel's master of Kung Fu, and his warring family must come together to ward off an evil mastermind that wants to take the whole group down. Shang-Chi, 2021, number 8. The story of the true origin of Shang-Chi's family concludes. Shang-Chi's parents, Zhongli and Zhang Ziyu, have fallen in love and built a nurturing family. But what terrible event rips Shang-Chi's family apart forever? It's not what you think. Plus, in the present, Shang-Chi continues to fight off an assassination attempt from all sides. Writer Chip Zdarsky and artist Marco Checchetto will be continuing their Eisner-nominated run on Daredevil this June. Known for their transformative work on the saga of Matt Murdock, Elektra, Kingpin and more, the superstar creative team will turn their gaze to a future full of peril and pain, in this explosive beginning of an all-new era for Hell's Kitchen's Guardian Devil. After the shocking events of Devil's Reign, what is left of Daredevil? Who lived, who died, and who is left to pick up the pieces? Fans can expect the series to tackle both Matt and Elektra's journeys as they deal with the brutal cost of taking on the Daredevil mantle. With new enemies and radical changes to the fabric of Daredevil's mythos, Daredevil number 1 is set to usher in the darkest Hell's Kitchen to date. Getting to write Daredevil and work with Marco is a career highlight. I'm just genuinely excited that we get to continue our epic story with this new issue 1. Zdarsky said. Matt and Elektra have confronted their past mistakes with Devil's Reign and Woman Without Fear, but can they atone for them together? It's the first time that I've to draw the first issue of the same series twice. I could tell you it's an issue like everyone else, now, but it's not, Checchetto promises. Each time I've to draw a new script of Daredevil it's a new experience. Chip keeps throwing at me new challenges and I'm not the type of artist to refuse them. How much more can we mess up with Matt Murdock's life? Let's see with this new Daredevil #1. This is the start of our 4th year on the title. And the plan for it is about as big a swing as we could possibly take, Zdarsky added. I'm super excited for readers to see where we're taking our Daredevils. The first arc of Donny Cates and Ryan Ottley's mind-blowing Hulk saga will reach its epic climax as Bruce Banner's control over Starship Hulk slips, and something much worse takes the wheel. The new threat that emerges promises to smash the Hulk mythos to its core and will fuel Bruce Banner's rage for the foreseeable future. Known only as Titan, fans saw their first glimpse of this powerhouse new Hulk on Ottley's main cover of April's Hulk number 6 and now can see him in all his terrifying glory in a special teaser variant cover. Also drawn by Ryan Ottley, this dynamic cover showcases Bruce Banner's cruelest transformation as his Hulk persona evolves into its most destructive form yet. This new threat is basically the Hulk's null, but just like Donny and Ryan's run on Hulk overall, it's crazier and more dangerous than you can imagine, editor Will Moss said. The heroes of the Marvel Universe may think Hulk is the problem, but he's not. This is the problem. And after Hulk number 6, there's no stopping it. In Ka-Zar, Lord of the Savage Land number 5, Ka-Zar and Shauna's son, Matthew, attacked his parents, having been manipulated by Domovoi. That creature eventually intervened and killed Ka-Zar by crushing his head. Domovoi then tossed Shauna away, seemingly to her death. Lord of the Savage Land number 5 opens with Matthew still reeling from the apparent death of his parents and asking for advice from Zabu. As that's happening, Domovoi begins enacting his master plan, and begins his attack on the people of the Savage Land. Elsewhere, Shauna cradles Ka-Zar's headless body on a branch overhanging an abyss. Shauna calls on the pollinators of the Savage Land, saying, "Lend him your pollen. Restore your champion's life force." A number of bright lights gather around Ka-Zar, indicating that he'll soon be resurrected. This would also not be the first time that the Savage Land has restored someone to life, as both Shauna and Ka-Zar have previously been returned to life by the Region. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Ka-Zar first appeared in 1965's X-Men number 10. Ka-Zar is a resident of the Savage Land and is essentially Marvel Comics' version of Tarzan. Over the years, Ka-Zar has had significant interactions with such teams as the Avengers and the X-Men. In Monkey Prince number 1, the debut of his first solo title written by Gene Luen Yang and illustrated by Bernard Chang, Marcus Sun discusses how he developed his form of chiroptophobia due to a night his family experienced while living in Gotham City. After being tucked into bed by his parents, Marcus awoke to find his father and mother being threatened by the Caped Crusader himself, who left after realizing a child was in the house. The following pages show that no matter what DC city the family moved to, the memory would be triggered for Marcus by black curtains, bats flying and more, with each time prompting an involuntary response for him to make monkey noises. This close encounter of the bat kind could be responsible for Marcus' distaste for superheroes. During the character's first appearance in 2021's DC Festival of Superheroes, the Asian Superhero Celebration number 1, he impersonates Shazam and later argues with the hero while his inner dialogue discusses wanting to punch Shazam's face in. Ironically, while Marcus cannot stand Shazam, he goes to school and enjoys talking with the hero's alter ego, Billy Batson, and tells Billy that he feels superheroes suck. Of course, Batman's breaking and entering into the Sun residence was likely in line with his vigilantism. Monkey Prince's first appearance not only introduced the hero, but his parents as henchmen and henchwoman to the Shazam villain Dr. Sivana. Therefore, Batman could have been seeking out information on Sivana, unless the sons have worked for other villainous employers in the past as well. While he was raised under human parents, Shifu Piggsy has reminded Marcus much to his disliking that he is the son of the Monkey King. The Monkey King, or Sun Wukong, hails from Chinese mythology, but has been shown in DC Comics as a leader capable of fending off Darkseid in Monkey Prince number 0. Beginning in January 2022, Sabretooth launches from writer Victor Lavallee, artist Leonard Kirk and colorist Rain Baradug. The series features the return of Wolverine's dreaded arch-rival, who was exiled from Krakow and banished to the pit underneath the island during House of X. Sabretooth was given this sentence by the Quiet Council for violating Krakow's newly created second law, murder no man. Now, the truth behind what Sabretooth has been doing in exile will be revealed, with Marvel teasing that the answer is not what you expect. Sabretooth will be the first time that Victor Creed has been the star of his own book since a 4-issue miniseries in 2004. Since then, he has been featured in Uncanny X-Men, Weapon X, and even Uncanny Avengers. His return couldn't come at a worse time for the X-Men, who have begun to splinter in the wake of the Hellfire Gala. Magneto has become an enemy of Krakow's government. Sabretooth, 2022, number 1. Down in a hole. Sabretooth went into the pit, sentenced to an eternity of torment. Sure, that sounds like hell, but maybe that's where he feels most at home. What's he been doing down there? What secret deal has changed his fate forever? And what if he's not alone? Award-winning novelist Victor LaValle teams up with amazing artist Leonard Kirk to bring us the story of what lies beneath Krakow. In a preview of February 2's The Thing No. 4 by Mosley and series artist Tom Riley, The Thing's future wife Alicia Masters has a vividly traumatic dream of Ben having his head caved in with an axe from a mystery assailant. So who is the axe-wielding Grim Reaper-looking fellow? No, it's not the Grim Reaper himself, it's a new character called MOT, who Mosley and Riley have created for their Thing series. MOT has been the big bad of the Thing so far, using intermediaries such as the Champion, a new villain called Brusque, and others to make the hero's life as difficult as possible. And now, he's intruding in on not just Ben Grimm's life, but Alicia's as well. Mosley and Riley's Thing series is one of several recent Untold Tales style stories, new stories set in past, familiar Marvel continuity. This series is years prior to The Thing and Alicia getting married, and delving into a time when the two lovebirds broke up, and it appears MOT is to blame. The Thing No. 4. Ben Grimm's journey through the Marvel Universe under the guiding hand of Walter Mosley continues. Guest starring the Silver Surfer. The battle with the Champion of the Universe leads the Thing and his friends to the blue area of the moon and the domicile of the Watcher, where strange things are transpiring and new enemies await. Can a regular guy from the Lower East Side make it in the far-flung cosmos?